true. Keep it between me and you, yeah, you, yeah, you, yeah. That life don't nobody know. The word in the screen is what she know me. You tell me you love me and I agree. So I put my all in you. Why you can't tell me the truth? Keep it between me and you, yeah, you, yeah, you, yeah.
What's happening, everybody? Of course, it's your host, Brink Young, coming straight out of them South Memphis slums, and you are tuning in to the most award-winning talk show in the South. I'm talking about Brink TV. Now, the Not a Just Show TV set, we got a brand new face kicking it with us on the icy white couch. My guy, we talking about MexiKing. How you doing, man?
Yo, what's up, man? I'm good, man. You know, probably just happy to be here on your TV show, man.
Hey, man, first and foremost, I got to say thank you for coming on the show. It means a lot to have you, man, because we got plenty to talk about. We got a lot of ground to cover, man, because I'm gonna say this, and this ain't, capping for camera. I'm honored to actually meet you,
Man, likewise, man. Like, it's been a long time coming, man, that we were
Yeah.
supposed to meet each other. And, MexiValley said the other day, hey, it's a long time coming, man. You were
Yeah.
supposed to meet Brink last year, but
Yeah.
God has his timing, man. We good.
There you go. And definitely got to say shout out to the homie MexiValley. Like I say, man, we've been rocking for a long time. MexiValley, he like family. You know what I'm saying? Him and K Pasta, they like family. So
Brothers.
you family too, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Likewise, man.
So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Of course, your name is MexiKing. I want to dive into the name first because it's kind of different, man. Where did the name come from?
Down there in South Texas, I was known as MexiKid. When I very first started rapping, I was a little kid, doing all these battle raps against older guys. They had a contest in the Rio Grande Valley called South Texas Culture King of the Valley. And I won it 3 years in a row. And the guy that hosted it ends up saying, he's not MexiKid, he's MexiKing. And it's stuck ever since, and I've been honored and proud to carry that name, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody, we got a lot of talent out there. Why do I deserve the crown? I got to prove it, you know what I mean? So, MexiKing it is.
Hey, he had that crown ever since. We talking about my guy. Now, you mentioned, South Texas. Let's talk about what was it like growing up for you in South Texas?
Growing up in South Texas, man, as a little kid was rough, having to eat out trash cans and everything like other kids, like in ghettos, you hear the stories. Well, it's true,
Yeah.
It happens, right? But growing up older, there's a lot of gangs. There's a lot of drug dealing going on, stuff like that. So it was good on some days. It was bad on others, mostly bad, but that's just the way life is. And, you just fight out, and, until you win.
Yeah.
But other than that, I love Texas, man. I love the Rio Grande Valley.
So how did you discover music? I remember off camera you told me you actually used to sing in mariachi bands and stuff like that, but now you rapping. Like, how did you discover rap, man?
Hey, it's funny, right? Because our grandparents used to forbid us from listening to English music,
Okay.
pop, hip-hop, whatever it was, rap. And don't laugh, but we were watching Justin Timberlake on Disney Channel. Yeah.
My bad, man. I had to laugh, man. The guy, shout out to the homie. He's from here. He's from
Justin
around
Timberlake,
here. Justin
yeah.
Timberlake, JT. Yeah.
Anyways, NSYNC was on, but Justin's always
Yeah.
in the spotlight. And I was like, I was singing this song, bye, bye, bye.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
But it was
yeah.
hot back
Yeah.
in elementary.
Yeah.
That song was hot. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And funny thing is, I'm hiding behind the door, like looking behind the door, right behind the door looking and trying to make sure my grandma ain't watching us or nothing like that. And I told myself, I'm going to be a singer one day. I'm going to do music one day. And we were allowed to sing Spanish music and listen to Spanish music. And there's the most famous Mexican artist, he's like a Mexican god musician,
Yeah.
Vicente Fernandez, you know what I mean? His music was always playing in my grandparents' house, so there we go, picking up our vocal cords, trying to sing like him.
Yeah.
As I got older, SPM, 3-6 Mafia, UGK, Lil Flip, you know what I mean? They started hearing that in the junior highs, and I was like, whoa, let's take an interest to this. And
Yeah.
group of people started getting together, and they spit 3 words, how you doing? Something small.
Yeah.
And I just happened to be the one that could put more than 3 words together at a time, and then little after little, I wouldn't shut up. You know, like the rap just kept going and going. It got to the point to where everybody knew, like they're like, he's the guy, like he's the guy to not to mess with. You know what I mean? If you want to collaborate, if you want to, make music, he's the guy to mess with.
Right.
But yeah, that's how it started, man. Justin Timberlake and Vicente Fernandez.
That's dope, man. Of course, like I say, shout out to that homie Justin Timberlake. Now, let's go ahead and get into the music that you got out right now. You actually released a lot of projects, but let's talk about what you pushing right now, man.
Right now, between me, MexiKing, and K Pasa, we ended up pushing out a compilation of different songs that I've done the whole year in 2 months since my release.
Okay.
And it's called Mex Tape. So this one's Mex Tape 1. Mex Tape 2 will be followed up pretty soon. But at the moment, we're just working on songs. We're working on Money Dreams. We're working on a song called Money Dreams, which the music video is what we're going to be working on pretty soon. We performed that last night at Skinny Pimps, and
wow, you talking about the homie OG Skinny Pimp, Kingpin Skinny Pimp,
Kingpin Skinny Pimp,
that's
man.
Dope,
Shouts
man.
out, give me some familia, man. You already know, he got us part of the family. So every time we go in, we try to go hard. And give me some D, his daughter, she's the one that helped us with the production and everything. And Pimp puts his touch to it, and makes it sound how love you, Pimp, wherever, love you. That's big brother, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was an honor for me to meet him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I can get on my phone right now and be like, look who just called me this morning. You know, it says Skinny. And people should be like, Skinny Pimp called you?
Yeah.
Yeah, fool. No, he did. Pimp, what's up, man? Talk to this,
Yeah.
Shouts out Skinny Pimp, man. And all the give me some family, right? Well, the Money Dreams, we had people like, yeah, that were getting wild to it. We actually had some female too, like, oh my God, like she was going wild about it, man. And Mexivelli's hard to make blush, and he was blushing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, because it just felt good. You know what I mean, when people come up to you and be like, man, you did good. We got a couple of remixes. I did a couple of remixes, but we put some fire on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just goes back to Justin Timberlake, the type of music that I was hearing. We did a song called Celebrity. It's a Nelly Furtado song, the Say It Right.
Okay.
If y'all check that out, man, you know what I mean? MexiKing and MexiValley, Celebrity, and we got a lot of songs in the work, man. K Pasa, he's a genius, man. He's a lyrical genius. I feel like he don't get as much exposure as he should.
Right.
You know what I mean? But as soon as the right ears hear him, he's gonna take off. Me and MexiValley right now, because we rap Spanish. We're trying to get the raza, the Latinos here in the area to back us up. We know I've heard of some other talent that's around. Haven't met them personally. My respects to them, because they're doing, they're making, for me to hear them,
right,
they're making noise.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? Vice versa. I want them to hear me.
Yeah.
And they gonna hear me.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, man, who's that? You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like I'm that guy. We got a lot of MexiValley. Oh, we actually did one the other day. I forgot the name of it, but because we haven't put a name to it, and we did a little music video to it. You know what I mean? About to release that. My song Caballero. I got a song called Caballero, and we released it 3 days ago.
Okay.
But like I said earlier, man, my Facebook got hacked, and I lost all that. So it's in the works of being sponsored through YouTube and everything like that. So we're in the mix of getting that together first.
Hey, it's coming soon. Now, one thing I want to dive into, you did mention about doing, things after getting released. You actually spent 9 years in prison, man. Let's talk about that, because, hey, look, everybody can't do it. And for you to be still here, you look healthy, you look good, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Take us through those moments. What kept you motivated? What kept you getting up at that, off that cot every day?
All right. 9 years sounds a lot too long, and it is. But I actually did 8 years, 10 months, and 13 days.
Wow.
Everybody asked me, how do you remember that? you go remember
Yeah.
when you were born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gonna remember when somebody passed away, and a prison is a live man's cemetery.
Wow.
You're alive in a cemetery. That's it. You know what I mean? And you're gonna remember what day you died.
Yeah.
You're gonna remember what day you were born, and you're gonna remember how much time that is.
Yeah.
How many countless calendars did you not cross off? X. What motivated me was my kids.
Yeah.
You know, I promised my kids I would come home, but I imagine every other man that was in my situation with cuffs on promised their kids they'd come home,
Right.
or promised their mom or their little brother or big brother or whatever it was, hey, I'm coming home. And, you know, it's a different world in there, and you got to do whatever you got to do to survive. So I promised my kids I would come home, and Alexis, Selena, I love y'all, and Isaiah, I love you, and I'm home, and I'm just trying my best now.
Yeah.
I'm just trying my best now.
So while you were in prison, you know, a lot of times, man, people, they'll, you know, your family and your friends and all your supporters, they'll, you know, be there for you. You told me a bit of a different story off camera. You said that some people fell off after a few months, some people fell off after a year, but, you know, obviously it was one person. Shout out to the homie MexiKing. Got to say this again. It was one person that continued to promote you heavy. I got to speak on it because, you know, he was the person that first brought you to my attention with his first interview years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I found out about you. How important is it for you to have people like that in your circle, in your corner, that's screaming your name on the outside even when you're not on the outside?
A lot of men, they say, I don't fear dying. I fear being forgotten. And being in prison, that's what it is. You're being forgotten.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, a lot of people didn't even write me a letter. Then this starts off with family. I'm not, you know, friends. That's later. That's not what I'm expecting.
Right.
You're expecting your brothers to write it, with your sisters, your cousins, your aunts, uncles. Yes, what you're in there for, whatever you did, is not their fault, but you're still blood.
Right.
They should still show some type of love, is how everybody feels in there. Some people didn't make it a year. You know, shouts out to my cousin Joel, my aunt Andy, and my uncle Joel. They wrote me, you know, few years, you know, they answered my phone calls, whatever. But 9 years, bro, almost 9 years, only one person wrote me 2 to 4 letters. In 2 of those letters a month, there was going to be pictures of you on my wall. I'm telling you, of this TV show on my wall. And that was MexiKing, man. And he's not my friend. He's not my homie. He's not my, like, badass homeboy. Nah, he's none of that, man. He's my brother. You know, you don't have to be blood to be related. You know what I mean? Blood makes you related. Loyalty makes you family. You know what I mean? I've heard blood is thicker than water. I was like, yeah, but I need water to survive. You know what I mean? And that's my brother right there. You know what I mean? And MexiKing, I love you, homie. You know what I mean? Like, I just love you, homie. And I wish nothing but success for him, because he's been out here grinding, man.
Yeah.
He kept me alive. He kept me motivated, too, as far as, like, hell yeah.
Right.
You know, I used to do rap shows in there, and everybody used to see the pictures of your TV show, him, you know, whatever, everything he was doing. And they're like, hey, man, you really do this, right? And I'm like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm going to stamp what I say, you know what I mean? I don't want to just hear myself talking.
Right.
I want to prove it with, like I said, with my music. I want to prove it with my talent.
Yeah.
And he kept it alive, man. While I was incarcerated, we got a prison tape.
Hey, where could people find it, man? Let's get into
you can
that.
find it you can find it on YouTube.
Okay.
On, you know, I'm pretty sure it's under Facebook, under MexiKing. From my understanding, it was on DistroKid and Spotify.
How did you do that? Like, how does that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as recording, like, how does it work?
We really just over the phone. Like, the crazy part was, MexiKing's a genius when it comes to that. Like, you know what I mean? I love my little brother, and I'll clown him. Like, he may look a little Down syndrome, you know. Just that's my little brother, though. Not really, right? But he's actually smart, and he doesn't understand how smart he is, because the only other rappers we were hearing rap over the phone was SPM.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
MexiKing, yeah.
And he shows a lot of love, man. And every time I called, which it was only him and my dad that I called and my kids.
Yeah.
And if I had a female friend, maybe a female friend,
Yeah.
but that wasn't. I was on focus on the music. The COs would trip out. Like after I was done talking on the phone and rapping, I'd look back and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna go to jail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna take me to the shoe and be like, hey, 13, was that you rapping? You rapping? And I'm like, yeah, man, I was recording over the phone. And because MexiKing would put it on YouTube or whatever, the correctional officers would go.
Yeah.
And I heard him rapping that the other day, and to me it was like it gave me wings because, there's a lot of young men, and it's sad to say, 19, 20, 18 years old, that are gonna die in prison, that are never gonna get to do anything.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go barbecue. No. Hey, let's go have a beer. No. Let's go to McDonald's. No.
Yeah.
Hey, let me pick my little girl up and push her on a swing. None of that.
Yeah.
It's over with, you know what I mean? And they don't understand that yet.
Yeah.
Maybe in about 12, 15 years, maybe even 5 years, 6 years, they might hit them like,
Yeah.
I'm doing this for the rest of my life.
I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
stuck.
you know what I mean? And with MexiKing doing all that for me, I was a voice. Yeah, I was in the dead man cemetery, but in the live man cemetery, but I was at least a ghost and they could see me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could hear me.
Yeah.
A bunch of these other cats, they buried. Like,
Yeah.
they're alive, but they buried. There's no family to write them a letter. There's no brother or sister to tell them, hey, you need $20. There's no female to say, hey, I love you, or here's some perfume on this letter so you can smell it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just anything simple. For anybody that has been to prison, they know what I mean as far as if you would tell me, hey, MexiKing, you want $20 or a letter? Yeah, I could use the $20, but I'd rather get that letter, with some pictures. Why? Because that's my only freedom.
Yeah.
It's the only way you get your mind. That's why they give us books to keep our minds out of prison. And it's tough. It's tough in some situations because there's a mail call. Everybody posts up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like hoping. You could even see some people crossing off, and, like you could hear people, Allah, or Dios or God or Christ, or, whatever their entity is that they believe in, and please let me get a letter. You know what I mean? Please let me get a letter. And dudes that have already been locked up 20, 40 years that are doing life that ain't getting no letters, ain't getting no commissary, it's heartbreaking, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's heartbreaking. And if my recommendation to anybody out here in the free, if they got anybody locked up, send them a letter.
Yeah.
Send them a card. Even if you tell them, hey, I don't like you. You know what I mean? They're going to be excited. Like, oh, I got a letter from Brink telling me he don't like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the excitement. It's the
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm big, and mind me, there's celebrities in there.
Yeah.
They get stacks of mail, and they just,
Yeah.
they're like, damn, he look.
Yeah.
I can't get one person to write me, and this
Right.
guy can't get nobody to quit writing him,
Yeah.
Like, so it's just to all my real hitters out there, you know what I mean? Just know that if you sign up for it, you're gonna get what comes with it. And at the end, it's not a happy story as far as, oh yeah, if I get locked up, I'm gonna have everybody write it with me. No,
Right. Yeah.
it's not like that. I was blessed to have MexiKing in my corner, and 9 years after my prison term, he's still there.
One thing that I think is incredible, following your exit, from the belly of the beast, that's what I call it. But once you got out, man, you hit the ground running. You was in the studio, you did shows, all kind of stuff, like quickly. Like it's like just take me back to the moment, man.
I got out September 23rd last year, right? And as soon as I got out, MexiKing's all like, studio.
Yeah.
MexiKing, he's a musician, but he's also a manager. He's also what I heard another guy call him earlier, a PR.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, he's actually smart. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Studio. I ain't had to pay for no studio time.
Yeah.
I ain't had to pay for no videos. All because this goes back to why he wrote to me.
Yeah.
He wrote to me because all he wants me to do is record music.
Wow.
Because he believes in me that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's love right there.
Yeah.
That's love. That's brother love.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
and the first 2 weeks that I was out, we recorded some songs with Big Dice.
Okay.
We featured a couple of these M-Town local rappers, like I was mentioning earlier, Rocks, M-Town Latinos, several artists, and then even artists from the West Coast, from Washington, Sins the Savior, artists such as that are in our category of music. And then 3 weeks later, we recorded a song, music video with just a regular phone called Simon, which it's on YouTube, MexiKing. The song is called Simon. It's in Spanish. It's a remix. We were doing shows. We had a show. As a matter of fact, we had a show less than a week after I got out at the Height Lounge. I performed there. Then we performed for Skinny Pimp's Halloween Bash. We've done a show here too there, lately. Yesterday we did another show for Skinny Pimp, which was off the chain because Money Dreams is a song that we're working on right now, me and MexiVelli.
Yeah.
It's already finished, but we're working on as far as the music video goes.
Right.
We had people on their feet. I think I saw a dude in a wheelchair stand up.
Wow.
Know what I mean? Like, that's how it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was all love, man, and we get a lot of love, man. Give Me Some Family shows a lot of love, and we're just trying to get to the top like everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want everybody to know, every artist out there, whether you're Latino, black, white, Asian, no matter. If you're trying to get to the top, get there. And if I get there before you, my hand's gonna be right there trying to pick you up with me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you can't enjoy success by yourself. You know what I mean? I want everybody to be successful. I don't want nobody to ever be hungry like I was. You know what I mean? Most people, they'll be like, I'm hungry. I'm starving. You know what I mean? I'm starving. You know what I mean? I want to get it.
Yeah.
I want to get it, and I want to get it by any legal means necessary.
Yeah. Because
the other way just ain't it. The feds are handing out elbows, especially to guys darker than us.
Yeah.
Light, not much lighter than us, but darker than us. And
yeah.
It's unfair that the system is like that, but let's get it with this music if that's what we got.
Yeah.
Let's get it,
Hey, like you said, the feds are definitely handing out elbows. So if you don't want to spend the rest of your life with your head, shoulders, knees, and toes behind them bars, do it the legal way, just like my man say. Go ahead and give me a social media while we at it, homie.
Hey, man, you can look me up on Instagram on MexiKing901. Y'all can look me up on Facebook under MexiKing. They could also look me up on YouTube under MexiKing Pendejo ENT. There's another MexiKing on there, but he a fake one, so he only got one video. Y'all gonna see me shining on him, you know what I mean? if anything, y'all might see me just flexing on them, you know what I mean? Just flexing on them dudes. But can I shout out a couple? Yeah, man. First of all, I want to shout out to Brink, man.
No doubt.
It's been a long time coming since I've been wanting to meet you. I've been looking at you on Instagram, everything, man. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, man.
You know what I mean? Your success, because when I first started getting your pictures in prison, I only seen one little plaque. And now that when I came in here, you know what I mean? That just shows your success. You're climbing up.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Now you got all this. Congratulations and what you do for every rapper out there by allowing them to sit in this chair that I'm sitting in.
Right.
It's a blessing for us, and it's a gratefulness for you being around.
Yeah.
I want to shout out to Give Me Some Family, Skinny Pimp, man. You know what I mean? Like he's been showing love. Come to the studio, record. Come to the show and do show. Come over here and showing love, man. He's gonna make it higher than he ever has been. You know what I mean? And he deserves it, man. All these views on TikTok and Spotify and all that, man. He's doing numbers. Why? Cut the check. Come on, man.
Yeah,
get him his check, man. He deserves it. Latin Flex, man. K Pasa and MexiVelli. Those are my brothers, man. The Mexican. He calls himself the Mid-South Monster, but that's my little brother. I call him the Mexican Marshmallow. You know what I mean? K Pasa, I love you, bro. MexiVelli, man. That's my blood brother, man. Regardless of anything, you know what I mean. Nobody can hurt him. Nobody can ever try to say nothing bad about him. His mom's my mom's, his dad's my dad, my dad's his dad, my mom's his mom. You know what I mean? His little brothers are my brothers, and that's family. That Money 40, he shot the music video Caballero. Shouts out to him. When I first started rapping in the area right here in Memphis, I was rapping under Debo Records.
Okay.
A dude named J-Law, Johnny Lawson. Shouts out Debo Records. Man, got love for everybody out in the game. Anybody doing music. much love, and y'all keep y'all's head up and keep pushing, man. You know, it's MexiKing, pendejo ENT, you know.
No doubt, man. Hey, here we go. Like I say, my guy, y'all make sure you tap in with MexiKing. You know, he definitely doing his thing out here, man. He making real positive moves out here, you know. He gave y'all the game on camera, you know, the real live game, and I hope you youngsters hear it and really soak that in. With that being said, thank you again for coming on the show, man.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for having me.
No doubt. Now back to more Brink TV.
I'm so in love with you and everything you do. The way you make my body, ooh. Lay me on the bed, go down and give me shit. Show me how a real man do. Everything you do it right. Put that pressure in my life.